first Super Bowl I ever remember watching was Super Bowl IV, which was in my hometown of New Orleans, and it was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Minnesota Vikings. It's sort of ironic that many years later I would be working for the Kansas City Chiefs. I never dreamt that I would be involved at this level, and I never dreamt that I would be involved in a sports team. I never thought I'd have this opportunity. When I pull into the parking lot and I see Arrowhead Stadium in the background, when I walk up the stairs to our office and I see all the Hall of Famers, I think about all those things, and it's living in the moment for me. As the CFO, we have the finance department, we have the IT department, the ticket office, and all of those areas really touch the football side. And they can't have downtime, so it's up to us to make sure that all those systems are up 100% of the time so that the football side can really focus on football and game planning and preparation, just making sure that they have the resources they need from us so that they can focus on what they do best. Risk management is really one of those central challenges that we do spend a lot of time on. It's all encompassing. We have 65 to 70,000 people in the stadium on game day. We park anywhere from 19 to 20,000 cars. The teams, the cheerleaders, all of our employees, all the elements that are involved in putting on and producing a game. We want to mitigate the risk as much as possible, so we do that by looking at our processes, our procedures to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to mitigate or eliminate the risk. We're fighting for our fans' discretionary dollars. We have to give our fans a compelling reason to come to the stadium. So what does that mean for us? Well, first of all, we have to provide a good product on the field. We have to have a good team and we have to perform well. But second, we have to have a great fan experience, and we have to allow them, when they come to this stadium, to bring some of the things that they really like about watching the game at home. Looking at their fantasy football stats, or they're looking at different games, whatever it may be, we want to be able to give them that same experience. That means infrastructure upgrades to the stadium. So the technology piece is a big challenge, and it's an expensive one, but we want to make sure that every time they come to the stadium, it's a memorable experience and they want to come back. We want to be the best finance team in the league, so there's a lot of pieces that go into that, making sure we have the right people, the right systems, that we're constantly training, we're constantly benchmarking, we're looking at what other teams are doing, we're looking at what other sports leagues are doing, and we're looking at what other organizations are doing overall, because we find all sorts of best practices, not just within our own league, but we find it outside, we find it in different businesses. The real elements of being a good management accountant is to look at those processes, how we provide our product, how we provide our service, and what can we as management accountants do to make that the best.
1, 2, 3.
The biggest lessons I've learned from being in professional sports is teamwork. And you have to have a good team, you have to work well as a team, you have to really focus on the details, you have to focus on the big picture. There's so much preparation and planning that I look at the coaches and the football side of the organization and how buttoned down they are, and that's something that I've really taken into what I do. Really what leadership is about is trust, and it's having the trust of your team, that they know that where you're going to lead them is the right path.